Hey guys, so today I am doing my top nail polishes from 2018. So this is a collaboration with Holly, Amy, and Amanda. So I will link all of their channels down below, and I feel like I know I'm gonna have the last video posted, most likely, but I feel like I have less than the average person too. This whole last year was kind of a blur. I fell off. I didn't just like fall off the YouTube train. I like fell off of it and then was drugged behind it for a few months. So I'm trying to, that's my goal for 2019, is to try to get back into my channel, because I get really excited when I have videos done and ready to post. That just makes me really happy. But I never get them done. I kind of have 7, 8 polishes here. I believe all but one of them is still available right now, so I will get into it. The first ones that I have are this Mermaid duo from Nails Inc. So these, I'm gonna check right now and see if they're still available. These are sold, excuse me while I look at the laptop, but these are sold together in a set, and my internet's out. Cool. So I originally got these on the Sephora website, I believe. They're not on there anymore, but they are on the Nails Inc. website. Now I have these two together because you can't buy them separately, but really this lighter one, Mermaid Parade, is actually my favorite for this video. This looked like it was gonna be a very, very pearly, kind of brush strokey light blue, because usually you can't get a shade like this that is very, I don't know, I guess shiny and pearly and this light without a bunch of brush strokes. It has this nice purple to blue shimmer mixed in there as well, but this has no brush strokes. It goes on so smooth, and it looks very, very I don't know, ethereal and spring-like. And I was really impressed with this because it didn't look anything on the nails like I thought that it was going to look. It was 10 times better. I really didn't think I was gonna like this at all, actually, but the lack of brush strokes just brought this whole thing to life. So really, really like that one. Like I said, still on the Nails Inc. website, and I saw, when I was Googling, I saw them around on eBay and stuff, but they're twice as much as they are if you just get them straight from Nails Inc. And then just so I have a swatch to show you the other polish that's in here is Ocean Ever After, and this is another really nice one. I just like the other one better. So the next one is one that I probably shouldn't even show because you can't get it anymore, but this was a polish pickup polish from, I have no idea what month, sometime earlier in the year. This was from Ever After, and this is Playing with Fire, and this was supposed to look like a fire opal, and this is, I think, the only polish I've ever purchased from Polish Pickup, not because I don't like any of them, but just because I haven't kept up with it as much lately. But this pulled me. I saw this on Instagram and I saw it next to the inspiration picture, which was a fire opal, and they looked identical. They looked exactly the same, and I love this so much. This has a kind of blackened jelly base with a bunch of blue, sapphire, really striking blue glitter, and then color shifting flakies that are the orangey yellow warmer flakies, and it just is so pretty, and it looked exactly like the inspiration picture, which I don't see very often, and I was really impressed with this. Like I said, you cannot get this anymore, but I will link the Ever After website down below. Kind of piggybacking off of Ever After, my next one is from Lacquer. So Ever After used to be run by two people who lived close to each other, and life took them to almost opposite ends of the country, and they were still trying to run the brand together, and that just sounds like a nightmare to me. So they kind of split up, and now the other half of Ever After is Lacquer, which was a new brand as of this year. So this is Petrified Forest. This, I believe, is also still available. Internet's out. I will double check. Give me a second. Okay, they're closed for the holidays, so I don't know if this is going to be available again when they're back. I think it will be, though. This is the Wilds of Arizona Part 1 from the Wilds of Arizona Part 1 collection. This is called Petrified Forest, and this is a really light, it's very gray based, but it almost has a little drop of green. It almost barely looks like a seafoam green shade with, again, those really warm, shifting orange red, slightly green gold multi-chrome flakies in it, and then the base itself is kind of slightly holographic. So there's a lot going on in here, but this is so pretty. And there are, I believe, I want to say 8 polishes with this finish altogether between Part 1 and Part 2 of the collection, but this was my favorite because I feel like the flakies did the best with this colored base. So that is Petrified Forest from Lacquer. The This next one probably isn't like the most special polish that came out this year, but there were a lot of mainstream holographics, which I was really excited about. Like China Glaze re-released their entire OMG collection, which was like their original holographic collection from a decade ago. So it was a lot of holographics this year, and it was very exciting for me. Even though none of them are particularly, I guess, unique. If you have been into indie polishes for a while, you've seen them all. But I was really excited that mainstream brands are bringing out holographics, because I feel like it's just gonna open like holographic up to so many new people. So this is China Glaze Ma-holo at Me, which I believe was from the summer collection. That's how you know I've been completely off the wagon this year. I can't even remember where these polishes came from. Yes, this was from the summer collection. This is just a light blue holographic, but I did want to add like a little bit of a nod to how excited I've been to see mainstream holographics this year. Nothing super special with this, not even the strongest holographic I've seen, but again, I'm just happy to see like more people being able to get their hands on holographic polishes, because I'm sure there's plenty of people that are just gonna walk into Sally's or walk into Ulta and see this, not know anything about indie polishes, and it's gonna like change their whole outlook on things, which is exciting to me. I like to share things with people. So the next one I have is from Zoya. This is Brighton. This actually was released with, they did a bridal collection, like a 12-piece, I can't speak, 12-piece bridal collection earlier in the year, and they were all re-releases short of this one polish. And then this has been released again with a trio of more of these scatter holographic finishes. So I'll have a video on that trio fairly soon, next couple of weeks, but this is the re-release, I guess, out of it. The other two look really good too, though. Anyway, getting off track. So this is a nude. This is Zoya's scattered holographic finishes. There are, I don't know how many of these. Amy just like gathered them all together. So if she doesn't already have it up, she will have a video up on her channel pretty soon, kind of laying out all of the Zoya polishes in this finish, because for a while it was only a few and they were like the biggest deal Zoya polishes ever, for me anyway. And it is really exciting to see this expand. I also really like that this is a nude, because not everybody's gonna wanna wear like bright red and bright pink and, you know, dark green. Some people prefer their more neutral colors. I still can't speak. Some people prefer their more neutral colors, and I do really like that this is a softer nude. It's not going to be really like blinding and obnoxious in your face, but you're still going to have some holographic sparkle to it, and it's the best of both worlds. So I really like this, and again, this is available right now because they just kind of re-promoted it with 2 more holographics. I haven't swatched those yet, but I have opened up the package, and there is a brighter pink in there that looks amazing. So that is Brighton from Zoya. The next one that I have is one that I feel like I mentioned it quickly on my channel, possibly, but it didn't get its own video. The collection didn't get its own video. So this is Blazing Sunset from the Orly summer collection from this year. This is extremely, extremely neon orange. This reminds me of China Glaze Ready to Rave, but I feel like it's better. It's a little more orange and a little less like red leaning, but it is similar in tone. It's brighter, and the formula on this is amazing, like amazing. When I got this, I didn't expect this to swatch as well as it did, and this like very, very quickly became one of my favorite polishes this summer because the formula is so good and it's so bright. And I'm not a big fan of reds, I'm not a big fan of oranges, but when they're like this kind of shade and they can be this fluorescent, then I'm all about it. So really, really liked this one. I'm not sure, I know Head to Toe Beauty has like a long backlog of polishes. That's probably where you'd best be able to find that China Glaze holographic as well. And this should be on that website also. So really, really like this one. Actually, out of all the ones that I've talked about, this might be my like favorite of all of those, like top of the year, which is weird because it's not like that special. It just performs really, really well for being a neon. Okay. And lastly, we have from Essie, Beat of the Moment. This is from a texture polish collection that they released around November, December, and I was really, really impressed with that collection. I didn't think I was going to be as impressed with it as I was. They're just texture polishes, which I'm still really happy that people are still making. I'm glad we haven't like killed that trend completely because I love it. But these have this, not all of them, but most of the polishes in the collection had these little gold flakes in them that kind of, when they're on the nail and everything's dried down and you have the texture finish, they almost seem to sit a little separately from the rest of the polish. It almost looks like you've taken a very light, sparse, like gold flake topper and gone over the texture polishes. And I say almost because they still look a little mixed in. I don't know, it's really hard to describe. I haven't filmed in a little while, can you tell? So I really, really like this one. There was a white, like a slightly off white in this collection that I really liked as well, but this one stood out to me the most because those, I like pink and gold mixed together, and those gold flakies mixed with that lighter pink base, just like perfect combo for me. So I really, really liked this one as well. So that was not a complete train wreck of a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my top polishes of 2018. Again, this is a collaboration video, so I will link everyone else involved in the collab down below. I will link the websites. Let's see, the Ever After polish is probably not going to be available anymore, so I will link that website down below. I will link the Rogue Lacquer website down below as well, but right now they are closed. They'll be reopening. I mean, I would assume they're going to be reopening, so I'll link that down as well, but there won't be anything in there right now. And then as far as like the China Glaze polish and the Orly polish, I'm going to link Head to Toe Beauty because I talk about them all the time. They're really, really good for grabbing polishes from collections from earlier in the year that you're not going to be able to find in the store anymore. So they're still my favorite for getting older polishes and new collections too, because a lot of like China Glaze and Orly collections they get really early as well, and they're always a little bit discounted. So anyway, I'll link all those things down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.